Assalamu alaikum. Is zakah enjoined upon gold jewelry which women use to adorn themselves with, which they did not buy with the intention of trading or saving purposes, but to wear or got as a gift from others? I come to know we have option either to pay zakah on such jewelry or not. What is the correct ruling? Well, it is an issue of dispute among scholars. The most authentic opinion, and this is the choice of Sheikh Al-Islam Ibn Taymiyyah, may Allah have mercy on his soul, as well as Sheikh Abdul Aziz Ibn Baz and Muhammad Ibn Salih Al-Uthaymeen, may Allah have mercy upon them all. The most authentic opinion is that one has to pay zakat over jewelry made of gold or silver, because as you know, zakat is mandatory over four things or four categories only. First of all, gold and silver, and this is category number one, and whatever falls under that category. So even that may constitute and take the role of gold and silver falls under it as well, such as currency. So if we have dollars, if we have reals, if we have euros, you have to pay zakat over them because they are equivalent to gold and silver. But if you have jewelry made of diamonds, rubies, precious stones, you don't have to pay zakat over those because they are not part of the gold and silver category. The second category is the cattle, and that is if you have a cattle of camels, cows, or sheep, you have to pay zakat over this if it is eating from the land. But if you're feeding it yourself, if you're buying food and straw or whatever for the cattle you have, then there is no zakat over that. The third category is what comes out of the earth. So you have to pay zakat for whatever is measured by size or weight, and it reaches a certain size, as in the hadith of 5 awsuq, which is approximately half a ton of whatever comes from the ground, excluding, for example, food. So we're talking about dates, we're talking about cereals and there is wheat, barley, corn, etc., things that can be stored and at the same time can be weighed. But fruit, such as oranges, such as melons, etc., they are excluded. Likewise, vegetables such as cucumber, tomatoes, they are not included because they are not stored by people. They cannot be preserved and kept for a month, 2, or a year. The fourth category is whatever is there to be sold. So if you have merchandise, if you have items to be sold, whether it's clothes, whether it's medication, whether it is cars, whether it is groceries, anything that is on display to be sold, you have to give zakat after a whole year from starting such a trade or a profession. Therefore, scholars looked at the gold and silver and said anyone who has 85 grams of gold or more, or 595 grams of silver or more, and a whole year passes on that, he has to pay 2.5% as zakat. And they differed whether the gold and silver are jewelry for women, because there are hadiths that some of the companions, such as Aisha, may Allah be pleased with her, used to say that there is no zakat on such jewelry. And it is exactly like a person's clothes, a person's car, a person's ride, a person's house, etc. It is for their possession and not for trade, and it's not part of the things that people save and sell and buy. And there are a number of companions who share this view. However, the Prophet's saying, sallallahu alaihi wasallam, indicates that it is general, whether it's gold or not. There was a hadith that a woman came with her child, and the child was wearing big bracelets of gold. So the Prophet said, do you give the zakat of this? And the woman said, no. And the Prophet said, bracelets of fire. So she took it off and she gave it to the Prophet and said, it is for Allah and His Prophet. We don't want anything to do with fire. And also in the authentic hadith, the Prophet said, no owner of gold or silver who does not pay the zakat for it, except on the Day of Judgment, it will be put on fire and until it is red hot, and then it would be put on his forehead, on his back, and on his sides, because he stored them and he did not pay the zakat of these precious metals, gold and silver, because they are the essence of today's currency. Therefore, the most authentic opinion is, even if a woman received a gift for her wedding, or her husband gave her these jewelry and she wears them all the time, she has to pay zakat for them, and Allah Azza wa Jal knows best.